All right, this next one, yikes. I almost shudder to bring this one up, because this is, admittedly, a guilty pleasure of mine, which I've had ever since this franchise's conception. It's Animal Crossing City Folk. Mm-hmm. And what it is essentially kind of a sim sort of game, except it's really, really dumbed down and cutesy. But having said that, there's actually, for what kind of game it is, there's a tad, there's a touch of depth. Basically what you do is, you're a little kid, you move into this town with a lot of cute little animals, you work, you improve the town, you improve the store, you can make money. It's basically just your standard. But Nintendo was one of the first people to do this on a console. And so for the time, Animal Crossing was pretty, the social gaming kind of thing. It was pretty new. This one is kind of, I like it, but it's almost a repackaged version of the DS game. They put practically nothing new in here. They put the city, but it's very limited, and it's not very much fun. There's not much to do there that you couldn't do in the other games. The only thing that I can say about this game that's any different from the others is that they have voice chat capability. And it's one of the only Wii games that actually has this. It comes with, some of the versions come with the Wii Speak, which works not great, but it works, sort of. So that's good, and you can go to other people's towns, same as the last games, and it's basically, if you've played Animal Crossing and you like Animal Crossing, you're probably going to like this, which I do, but it's nothing to get all that excited about.
Well, I've never played Animal Crossing. I can't really say anything about it. I've watched you play it. Mm-hmm. I know there's a little cartoon kid that runs around and does stuff.
Yeah, that's basically, they could have made that the title, a little cartoon kid that runs around and does stuff. But it's a little bit more interesting than that. The game knows what day it is. Yeah. It knows your birthday, it knows what time it is, so if you end up on a holiday like Christmas, so they'll do something special for Christmas, or if it's your birthday, the game will know and all the animals will wish you a happy birthday and give you a cake or something.
That's kind of interesting. See, now, this is another place where we differ tremendously, because I really don't like sim games, and you do.
Yes, I do.
And you play The Sims 3 frequently.
Oh, yes.
You really don't like RTSs,
no.
And I do, and I play Sins of a Solar Empire frequently, and that kind of thing. So which is the reason I say that's interesting is because they're sort of similar if you think about it. You're building a town versus you're building an empire. You're gathering resources for your town versus you're gathering resources for your empire. I just like to be able to take that empire and expand it by beating the shit out of other empires and that kind of thing. And
I think actually the fundamental difference between sim games and RTS games is the collecting aspect, which I like. You can. There's a lot of collecting going on in Animal Crossing, which you don't do in an RTS.
I just can't imagine wanting to collect things that I can't use that don't make either my character more powerful or something like in an RPG, or that don't make my empire more powerful like in an RTS.
You do kind of have the ranking system where if you make your house nice enough, you'll get points, but they don't do anything.
Oh, look, I have a couch.
Yeah, it's a nicer couch than the one I had.
It's a picture of a couch in a video game.
Yeah. Admittedly, it's not for everyone. I like it. I like it well enough. It was pretty good.
Yeah. Next game is Street Fighter 4.
Hated it.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, wow, I liked it a lot.
Well, the reason that I didn't like it is because, number one, the controls don't work.
Yes, they
do. For
the
Xbox? No. At the higher levels of gameplay, if you don't have a joystick, you're fucked. The controls don't work.
That has not been my experience.
And it's too outdated. It's an updated version of an outdated system of gameplay.
I love
where if you want to pull something off, you can't. It's sacrificing skill for bad controls. You're going, okay, I want to do this to this guy, so I got to go up, down, right, A, B, right. I'm sorry, or X, Y, or whatever the fuck it is on the Xbox. Up, down, right, A, B, Y, A, B. Didn't work. Up, down, oh, he kicked my ass. Up, down, right. Oh, didn't do it too much. Oh, he kicked my ass. Fuck that game.
Well, I'm sorry you suck at it, but
that's not me. Don't blame me if the control was better.
Well, I can get it to work.
Not online. You get your ass kicked online.
Me personally?
Another thing that I don't like about this is, once again, there's nothing new here. I mean, it's a slightly updated version of a combat system that's 10 years old.
You have to understand the wants on the part of the fans of the Street Fighter franchise.
Yeah.
There have been after Street Fighter 2, there have been so many crappy Street Fighter Omegas and Alphas and blah, 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 and bullshit, and people just wanted a follow-up. Not very many people said anything about Street Fighter 3. I mean, this is really the sort of, almost, you could think of it as the follow-up to Street Fighter 2.
Yeah.
And in that context, it's great, because this is what people want out of a Street Fighter game. You have one person fighting another person, and they fight each other until one of them falls down.
Yeah.
And you have all the classic characters, all their classic moves, beautifully rendered in.
Oh yeah, the game looks great.
And the going from 2D to 3D works perfectly, and I love the game. I love getting better at it. I love the competitiveness online. The only fighting game right now that I would play over Street Fighter 4 is Marvel vs. Capcom 2, which I have on my arcade.
I love that game. But
now that's Chaos done not hyper and done well.
That you don't think that game is hyper? That game is so much more hyper than Smash Brothers Brawl. It's unbelievable. And it's also not very well balanced, but oddly enough, that's kind of part of the fun. It's like,
and it's not very well balanced, but for veterans who know, I know what I can juggle a person in the air forever.
Yeah.
But no, the difference between something like Marvel vs. Capcom and Smash Brothers, the characters aren't tiny. They don't float around.
I'm sorry, the characters on Smash Brothers are not that tiny.
They are.
Also, I mean, you don't have very good eyesight. You have to sit so close to the damn TV to see what's going on. It's amazing you're not blind.
That's not the point.
It is.
No, it's
because
not. Because
I think that's your problem and not a problem with the game.
Okay, when 10 years ago, when my eyesight was much better and I was playing the first Smash Brothers, I thought the characters were too small, and now they're even smaller. But look,
what
here we are.
What the hell are you talking about? We played Smash Brothers all the time, and you were great at it.
But as a joke, it was like a joke to me more than
it wasn't a joke to me. Maybe that's why you got your ass kicked so many times. But Street Fighter 4.
Yeah, Street Fighter 4, great fighting game. Just a great standard fighting game.
In my opinion, the days of we take turns punching each other until one of us falls down are over for me. I want something new. I want something different.
I like the old school feel to it, and I like the ultra combo system and that sort of thing.
Which you can't pull off with that crappy control scheme.
Well, you can't.
Oh, no, I can't.
You can't.
But I will say that for Street Fighter fans who wanted this, I'm happy they got it. And I'm sure if you love the Street Fighter games, which I don't, you're going to love the hell out of it.